A Brainwash Guide. Chapter 1. Cute Brainwash, what exactly is glamour? Coolness for sale. TV commercials and stupid TV shows tell you to color your hair, make your lashes look fabulous, wear easy breezy cool, cover girl lipstick, buy 200 pair of shoes because some chick on a TV show playing the role of a happen babe did, act all cute, trendy, and frivolous, in order to attract guys. But contrary to what these corporate forces tell you about all this stuff making you look cool and fabulous, it really makes you look like a vain, pompous, brainwashed, frivolous clone without an identity of your own. Glamour is a synonym for fake elitism. You're trying to portray the image that you're superior to all the normal plebeies out there who aren't as advanced, beautiful, sophisticated or chic as you are in a frivolous way, and you're doing all this while we're all consciously aware that there are kids starving in Africa somewhere. Why would anybody looking for love try to come off as a cold, arrogant, uppity bitch, which is how glamour makes you look, like somebody who thinks they're better than everyone else, who has nothing better to do than to stand around giving off pouty expressions, trying to get other people to be impressed by the clothes you're wearing and how chic you look. It's great to feel superior, but keep it to yourself, or better still, show it by doing something good for the world. If you try to openly come off like a so-called diva with the clothes you wear and the attitude you give off, you violate one of the fundamental laws of winning friends and influencing people. Don't act egotistical and conceited unless you want to end up alone. The more natural you are and the less pretense you have covering you over, the more people will like you. Enlightened minds see through the crap. The hair color or the trendy clothes don't make you look glamorous. They make you look phony and presumptuous. It's like, why are you denying the real you? Why can't you just be the way your God created you? Contrary to the phony myth that guys are not emotionally sensitive, the truth is that they are human beings created by the same God that women were created by. They have a built-in radar just like women do. They know what a woman of substance being herself is, as opposed to some manufactured, pop culture clone. The corporations can advertise all they want, they can't defeat primal intuition, which is what most men have. They know that a spade will always be a spade. Even as far back as the story of Moses, when he was a fugitive in the desert, the chief's daughters were trying to impress him by being glamorous and flighty, but he picked the straight one without makeup, who was more natural and real because he was intuitively attracted to the purity and substance he sensed about her. Facial beauty and bodily beauty are one thing, but without this inner, spiritual aesthetic kind of beauty, they are useless. It's like a china doll, beautiful on the outside, empty on the inside. A woman being real with a natural kind of inspired energy and sensuality to her will attract real men of substance way more than some chick trying to imitate what she saw on a TV show mixed in with those hair coloring ads where the frivolous babes are exclaiming how worth it they are. Looking for love, pop culture style. As far as looking for love goes, among enlightened people, the pop culture clones are all eliminated right off the bat. So if you're a pop culture clone looking for love with a person of substance, get more real, throw off the images, then maybe you might meet a good, honest, straight human being. When I was younger, not many women colored their hair. If you did, in my town of Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, it was looked upon as a sign of trailer trash, that you were cheapening yourself with a stupid gimmick. Noble, cool people satisfied with themselves didn't have a need to do these meaningless things. We were people of function, not frivolity. Times have changed. Nowadays, millions of women color their hair because they think it makes them look glamorous, because blondes supposedly have more fun, because the clever advertising people in the TV commercials tell them they're worth it, while the truth is that coloring your hair makes you look fake and tawdry, like you're not strong enough to be yourself, denying who you are the way your God created you, to be straight, true, and pure. And it also shows that you're spending time concerned about your look. Whereas enlightened people feel good on the inside, which shows on the outside, accept themselves and keep moving with inspired activities in life rather than wasting time doing frivolous things. How about young girls imitating skanky looking hoes in music videos, thinking this must be what cool, liberated chicks do, but it just gives away the fact that you're an insecure, lost human being, because enlightened people happy with their lives don't need or want to attract attention to themselves by the clothes they wear, the exaggerated sexy looks they give off, or by sexually suggestive postures, because they know this is not how mature people hook up for sex or love. It's an empty, immature kind of vanity. Mature people who are attracted to each other get an intuitive mutual vibe right away when they first see each other. You don't need sexy, trendy clothes to have sexual chemistry with someone. If you're naturally sexy, you don't have to go around with a big sign, slutty clothes, a tongue ring and way too much lipstick, advertising it. You're either naturally sexy and vital by the way you live your life, or you aren't. Other enlightened, sexy people sense it. They know when they come across someone if there's sexual chemistry, regardless of whether the players are married or not. Cutesy, sanitized TV talk show psychobabble. In my opinion, no self-respecting person would go on TV talk shows talking about their problems. Cool, enlightened people wouldn't demean themselves acting like soppy weaklings on any talk show. They would suck it up quietly and keep living. What's the appeal of these shows? I don't get it. Maybe these cornball talk show hosts give you some kind of comfort and regress you back to an earlier, simpler time when you felt that a paternalistic force was somehow watching over you and looking out for your best interests, but we blew that delusion out of the water a long time ago. Ain't no one out for your best interests but you, certainly not the government or anybody in TV land. They're all about aggrandizing their own egos and getting ratings, not about actually helping people. If they were, they would be in another business or in Africa somewhere helping people who really need help. TV is all about the hype of the moment, then when that moment is over, they have to create the next one. And then after the talk shows are over at about 6 o'clock, they blast the mainstream version of the news at us for an hour, which is a bunch of tedious, negative crap, and right after that, they give us those flaky entertainment tabloid shows, trying to hype up all this pop culture entertainment as the cool, happening stuff of the world. Where is the room for living our own lives, thinking our own thoughts, having our own identities, pursuing love and sex beyond the one-dimensional, indoctrinated view? Misery breeds more misery. If you watch that dull, uninspired, phony stuff out there on the psychobabble talk shows regularly, then you deserve your pathetic life. You're a bunch of stupid, miserable, one-dimensional people drowning in psychobabble rather than listening to your true natures, trying to get some joy, bliss, inspiration, and transcendence out of your lives. The purpose of life should be to try to achieve an ecstatic kind of happiness every day, not to live in this generic mundanity promoted by the soppy, psychobabble commercial media. Pop culture entertainment destroys your purity, the simplicity that is your soul, who you are in your essence as a human being, and this is all that really matters in life, to know your true self and honor it, which means to live for your version of what is true, beautiful, good, lusty, loving, fun, and pleasurable. My job in writing this book is to help some of you throw off your indoctrination and make a conscious decision every day for the rest of your life to resist all the psychobabble and pop culture crap you're exposed to as a matter of routine, to find your own true essence as a human being, then honor it all the time. If you live like this, you'll have a better chance to be a great lover, a great hedonist, or whatever it is you want out of life. When you become enlightened and wise, you realize you are nothing more or less than this, and from that point on, you can be free and open enough to be yourself and explore love, sex, and romance matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal, just a natural part of your life, and whatever you do that comes from your soul with consenting adults that doesn't hurt them or infringe on their rights is all good and a natural part of life. The problem is that all the psychobabble and pop culture entertainment out there dances around this basic truth about the human condition by offering you all kinds of one-dimensional, discrete, mechanical knowledge and advice about how to do this or be better at that, without addressing the simplicity and essence that is an enlightened life, an individual knowing who they are and living by it simply and purely. Cultural brainwash clouds you over with illusions and delusions, and until you get strong and real enough to see your life for what it is and live by it, you will continue to be a lost, confused soul continually brainwashed by all this crap out there. If you read this book through, it will help you get an idea of what's inside of you and what's going on out there, and from this, it should lead you closer to who you really are and help you live a more natural life true to yourself rather than being brainwashed by the world. This should help you get closer to realize who you are in the loving, sexual, and romantic sense and bring you closer to living by it. Truly free, liberated people live a lifestyle where they probe their limits and release intense energy to try to reach them. This is the point, to live for the intensity of experience in the inspired sense for the spirit of life, in the hedonistic sense for the feeling of pleasure, and in the loving sense to try to feel a deep connection with someone else and get it back. It's all part of the mix for a great life. The illusion of glamour. Every generation laughs at the old fashions but blindly follows the new. If fashion is so cool, why do we have to change it every 6 months? Glamour is the land of make-believe, a fantasy the entertainment industry and cosmetics corporations have created to give people a place where they can escape to and dream. But I say, why let them shape your dreams? Create your own without buying into their soppy crap. The illusion of glamour is an industry created by corporate forces, which includes the media as a corporate force, to sell their product, namely magazines, movies, cosmetics, fashionable clothing, TV shows like Entertainment Tonight and the Entertainment Network. It's about egotistical people consciously trying to make themselves feel special by showing other people how trendy, cool, advanced and superior they appear to be by buying into the frivolous world of glitter, i.e., fashion, and Hollywood, both overrated products of capitalist hype. The TV networks are affiliated with commercial corporate entities and entertainment companies in megacorporations, so the end result is an extended TV commercial constantly trying to sell their products, all the way from movies to cosmetics, trying to make you feel inadequate if you don't go to the latest so-called blockbuster, use the latest eyeshadow, or aren't up on the latest pop music videos of the month. The whole purpose of the commercial TV networks is to sell their advertising space to get you to buy something, and the way they do this is to either make you feel inadequate, like you need something to either make you a better person, get a dose of easy breezy happiness, or to promote coolness, such as with the label Nike, which has become the image of brainwashed cool among the populace. If you're wearing a Nike logo on you somewhere, it supposedly means that you belong to this cool tribe manufactured by the advertising machine of corporation Nike, when the truth is that running shoes and sportswear are all the same, with or without a logo that adds 50% to the price because of its supposed cool image. Poor kids watch all those glitzy TV shows and think that's the way everybody else lives, even though most of it is a fantasy far removed from real life. They want that stuff they see on TV, so they end up robbing people just to get their Nike shoes. That's how powerful the brainwashing effect is. These kids want to be part of the cool tribe so much they will steal to try to belong, even though they don't realize cool has nothing to do with what you wear. It's being the best, most original human being you can be with what you got. We often don't even realize how the media has destroyed our souls. A paraplegic I heard on Christian radio said that TV is full of smart Alex giving sarcastic retorts, putting other people down to get a laugh on sitcoms, which he felt all the time as a normal course of events because many people who teased him didn't realize how badly they were hurting him. This is what sitcoms are based on: put somebody down for a laugh, and this has pervaded the entire culture such that we got 4-year-old kids ranting, raving, hollering, and swearing like a bunch of professional wrestlers, rappers, or the cool dudes in movies who say "make my day" or "I'll be back," implying violence, vanity, and arrogance. It has resulted in a punky, sarcastic mindset where loud, arrogant mouths and people with loud personalities are considered cool. And then there's the whole superiority thing, the veneer of beautiful, rich people on TV doing frivolous things, having a great old time, while all the sucker plebe consumers watch and get brainwashed by it, trying to imitate it as the standard of cool and successful. It's kinda like if you watch one of them award shows. All these dressed up elitists are walking down the red carpet, and all these plebes are there watching from behind the security barrier. If these plebes did not give these so-called elitists this power by giving them attention, we would clearly see a bunch of pretentious people there by themselves, kinda like the emperor's new clothes phenomena. It's all a big put on, but we the people give them this power by buying into this stuff. If we didn't, it wouldn't mean anything, just a bunch of pompous asses impressed with themselves. The mass media at large, the entertainment industry, fiction TV shows, movies and pop culture entertainment in general are all geared to sell themselves, so they create a phony illusion of glamour and call it the term Hollywood or some other select place like the fashion runways of New York, where we, the common people, are supposed to think there's something going on there. The fantasy is that there are cool, fascinating places out there where cool people, movie stars, pop stars, so-called supermodels, and other beautiful people are hanging out together as good friends, being glamorous, easy breezy, cool, happening, fashionable, frivolous and fun. But the truth is that all entertainment-related businesses are cutthroat. Everybody's insecure, worrying lest somebody more beautiful, talented, or vital topple them. All so-called celebrities are overrated people who got lucky, except for the very small minority of true originals who can make it on their own talents, somebody who creates his or her own act without interference by the suits in the corporate office. Music may be partially talent, partially luck, sports is all talent, but acting is all luck unless you happen to have the ability to write your own scripts or create your own shows/movies, because for every part, there are at least 1,000 people ready to play it, and the fact that some producer picks one face over another is pure luck, which is why virtually all actors are insecure as hell, because they know they just got lucky. They spew out lines in a movie or walk down a runway and all of a sudden they're considered a fascinating human specimen, a star, one cut above the rest of humanity. Watch one of those tabloid TV shows and observe when they profile somebody plugging something, be it a TV show, movie, song, etc. They will be acting all cute, special, fashionable, creative, divinely inspired, superior and glamorous. Then the easy breezy cool background disco type music will kick in to give the impression that there's something cool, happening, exciting, and advanced going on there. Then when it's all done and the camera goes away, having gotten their media bit, it's just them in their mundane lives again, and if they don't have the sense to consciously create the inspiration within themselves day by day, they will live generic lives even though they put forth the pretense that they're glamorous, advanced people. This is the game, and the media consciously adds to the deception by creating a phony aura of glamour for the entertainment industry, since their job is to sell the stuff and report on it, since that's what they are too, entertainment. But for the true insiders creating the product, it's hard, tedious work, and for the supposed stars, it's pretense and worry as to when the public will push them aside for the next fresh new flake of the month. PitIMagINE.com, questions fashion. The Hollywood image. People who have never been there think Hollywood and Beverly Hills are two cool, fascinating places where cool people are hanging out together. Hollywood as a zip code, around 90,028, and not an image, is a typical low middle to middle class mixture of commercial and residential real estate, which happens to have stars embedded in some of the sidewalks. Beverly Hills is just like any upper middle class suburb with overpriced real estate, a bunch of isolated big houses where you rarely see a person walking on the sidewalk. And then when you go south of Wilshire Boulevard, you come across the commercial section with the overrated, overpriced shops around Rodeo Drive. It's a lie fed by the insiders trying to make it appear that it's more than it is. The several major studios where they make most of the TV shows and movies are big walled-in city block areas where people work hard to create a business product. There ain't no glamour there. It's business like business at any industrial park. If you go there looking for enlightenment and fame, you will find corporate capitalism. If you're extremely lucky, you will buck the odds and become flavor of the month for a while. Then you will be kicked to the curb when your show is cancelled or the public gets tired of you and be left to live your life day by day as it happens, unfazed by the phony aura of what they call glamour. There ain't any cool people hanging out anywhere being cooler than the rest of society. They're all hiding out in their homes watching soap operas just like everywhere else. Sunset Boulevard goes from the poor part of East LA, below Vermont Ave, through Hollywood, the Sunset Strip, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Brentwood, Pacific Palisades, right down to the ocean. You can see it all in a 10-mile drive. Then once you've seen it, you realize that it's just a street like any another with a couple of big billboards near the nightclubs west of La Cienega. So what? People and life are the same everywhere. Some people try to live out the Hollywood wacky beatnik cool image, but by and large, it's just people trying to get by like everywhere else. Runaway kids go there looking for action only to find poverty and the regular drag of life like the towns from whence they came. The crime rate is high because of all the poor people with broken dreams looking to score any way they can, be it robbery, prostitution, pornography, or drugs. They try to make Sunset Strip out to be this cool place where cool people hang out, but it's just a string of bars around the number 10,000 district of Sunset Boulevard amongst other run-of-the-mill businesses in a commercial part of town plastered with billboards like in any other town, except that it's populated by mostly lost, lonely young folk looking for either love, sex, drugs, or some big movie mogul to spot them and make them a star. Venice Beach is just another beach with a string of overpriced shops and an open gym area with a weight room run by the city that you have to pay to use, called Muscle Beach, populated by mostly tourists, beatniks, homeless people, and the Santa Monica locals on the weekdays, then overcrowded on the weekends. You got your little ethnographic groups just like everywhere, the yuppie whites, the Hispanics, the blacks, the blue-collar whites, the locals, the hippies, the families, the seniors, the macho men, the beach babes, the wimps, the loudmouth teenagers, etc. It ain't like a bunch of fun, glamorous people having fun, sharing their love of life together. There are people down there hustling what they can so that they can get enough money to live a basic life. There's no place anywhere where all kinds of cool people are hanging out, having a great old fun, frivolous, glamorous friendly time. Most of them street entertainers hanging around looking cool and frivolous are barely getting by. All the rich people go about 10 miles north of Venice Beach on the PCH in a community called Malibu with mansions in the hills. If you go further north, there are wealthy towns like Oxnard and Santa Barbara, but there's nothing special going on there. It's just that the houses are bigger than other places. You create your life by how you live day by day. Once you got a bed, a bathroom, and a kitchen, everything else is extra. Where is paradise? Paradise doesn't exist day by day in the real world unless you create it yourself. Occasionally, something nice happens where people come together and have a good time, like maybe spring break in Florida, a good concert, New Year's Eve at Times Square, the motorcycle run in Sturgis, North Dakota, or your local church on Sunday. But life in the real world is a bunch of loners running around, effectively consciously doing their best to ignore each other out in public or putting on some social superficial face. This is life as it happens. You gotta create your own spark in the midst of all this. If you get rich and invite friends to share your good fortune into your home, on your boat, or by having big parties, sooner or later you find they don't really give a damn about you. They're just fair weather friends hanging out as long as the good times last. Then once the party's over, there will be no friends there to share the lean times, or more importantly, only your real friends will be there, the ones that will stay when you ain't got nothing to offer them. If you try to be good to people, some of them will abuse it, like try to steal from you, put out cigarettes on your floor, piss all over the place, etc. They either have some kind of animosity/jealousy to you, or just don't respect people in general. You can pay out a lot of money and go on a cruise, to a spot or to a resort where everybody's acting friendly and cool, but you gotta pay for it. It's not real. Do you think the people who go to the Playboy Mansion are fun people looking for a good time, or do they have other agendas? Where do you think the greatest concentration of gold diggers in the world is? If the publicly traded corporation is footing the bill for this place, it had better serve some purpose to the bottom line, hyped up publicity. It ain't exactly like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, seeing that the old man is dead set against drugs. There's no one cool, happening, enlightened place on the planet where people have easy breezy fun together without pretenses, especially without booze. Why? It's simple. Human nature starts at self-centered, then cycles over to good and evil as the mood hits. You gotta create fun and pleasure by your actions day by day. It doesn't matter where you are, it's you either by yourself trying to stay inspired, or with a few like-minded kindred spirit friends who all share the same ideas about life. A lot of people are prisoners of their egos and take their petty frustrations out on others. If you go to any tropical paradise like Hawaii or Fiji and read their local newspaper, you will see that they have the exact same problems as anywhere else: poverty, depression, aging, disease, jealous lovers, STDs, obesity, alcoholism, political corruption, high taxes, gas shortages, murder, capitalist ambition, etc. You can go to any nightclub and have a great old time dancing the night away, which is fun and good if you can find a club where everybody's on the same vibe, there for fun and friendship. But I've spent a good part of my youth working in nightclubs and saw my share of fights, theft and domestic violence. So in order to find a truly good, fun, peaceful place, you have to find a group of like-minded, free, easygoing type people and hang with them. But where is this Shangri-La? True easy breezy fun times with kindred spirits rarely exist out there in the so-called real world for longer than a few hours. You have to find your base within yourself, then find good friends who want to walk the same journey that you do, walk with them for a while, and that's as good as it gets. Chapter 2. A Cultural Brainwash Guide. I'm down on commercialism in the media. Virtually all TV and radio except for public stations is paid for by advertising. The advertisers are so powerful that they pay for it all. This is what runs the modern world, and if you don't think they're brainwashing us, you're a fool. Go to my rants on hair coloring and you will understand why I'm so anti-commercialism. When they convince millions of women that doing something as skanky as coloring their hair will make them appear glamorous, when all it does is reveal how stupid you are to be brainwashed like that, you know you're living in a sad world. I feel some sadness about the loss of innocence in our culture. I believe in freedom in discreet settings, not everything out in the open all over the place. There's a time and place for everything. I believe that strip joints and brothels should have the freedom to operate, but do it in the industrialized part of town, away from residences and regular stores that people shop at. I can be a prude and a liberated person all in one because we need standards and common sense. It's bad enough that I'm turned off by all the skanky stuff out there as a single guy, but what must parents be thinking when they see some of those embarrassing TV commercials with their kids, or watch some of those horrible music videos which aren't really music, they're softcore porn? And how about the themes of some of our current movies? A prostitute is really a nice girl who marries a prince. A couple of kids hire a hooker to cheer up their dad and he falls in love with her. A porn star moves in next door to a teenager. An unemployed couple makes a porno film to make money. Watch all the TV commercials directed at women's looks. It's pathetic that we're that brainwashed and frivolous while thousands of people die of hunger every day. I gave up watching just about all sitcoms, drama shows and movies over 20 years ago because by the time I was about 16, I had seen it all. It was all a repetition of the same stuff after that, so I stopped watching all of it and have grown to have contempt for it because I feel it pollutes the soul. It's so negative and promotes superficial values. Most people are heartily manipulated by advertising and the media, even though just about everyone says they aren't. Yet the fact remains, why would corporations routinely spend multi-billions of dollars on advertising and media publicity if they didn't work? A lot of people, particularly religious ones, don't want their children getting brainwashed by the mass media because of the sex, violence, and the capitalist and frivolous values there. I don't understand the logic of those entertainment journalism shows. They talk about someone's love life or how sexy someone looked, and then they interview these so-called entertainers who are all acting so snotty and superior. This attitude and frivolity rubs off on our youth who think it's cool to act this way, so we got an entire society of lost souls who buy into this stuff. My life is my attempt to stay true to who I am, which is why I have become an anti-capitalist, anti-mass media person, because to my way of thinking, it has made millions of people generic, uninspired, brainwashed clones, and it's sad that people let their minds and souls get taken over to the point where they're not individuals anymore except for their preferences in pop culture entertainment, but it's all supported by the same advertisers, so in the end, it doesn't matter what you watch. If you're a steady consumer of pop culture entertainment, chances are your brain is not yours. This is why very few people ever become the persons they once imagined themselves to be as well-intentioned, naive young adults. They get massively brainwashed by the world. Despite the massive brainwash out there are a few forces that look at this phenomena with a critical eye and try to make people aware of the massive manipulation. Try hashtag 302.32, hashtag 363.47, hashtag 658.834 or HF5415 to HF5823 and P94 at the library for books about the manipulative art of advertising. Image vs. Identity. The following article was originally written for my Free Spirit book, but I feel it fits here too, so I'm including it to show how I feel about the media. Watch TV with a critical eye some night. It's all about sales. All the programs are paid for by advertising. They're not just trying to sell you stuff. They're trying to take your mind over. What do you think movies, professional sports, and pop culture entertainment are? They're an invasion of the pure you. They take away from the original, inspired soul you could have, should have been. This is why I think modern, Western society is made up of a bunch of empty, brainwashed lost souls who sell their lives for all this pacifying stuff rather than making an attempt to discover whatever there is inside of them as individuals and living by it. Everything in capitalist society is based on selling more stuff. They know they can't sell it on its own merit because consumer goods follow the law of diminishing marginal returns, which means that after you have 2 or 3 shirts, cars, radios, etc., having more of these things don't help you much in terms of making your life better or easier, so the advertisers have cleverly devised a system of marketing products as image such that if you buy product A cool sports car, cool pair of brand name running shoes, cool clothes, etc., you will automatically belong to the cool, trendy in crowd of mainstream, pop culture society, which will get you what you want, to be a popular person in the popular group with lots of friends. And the thing they make you think is that if you buy multiple quantities of product A, your happiness will multiply exponentially, but enlightened people know this isn't true. Because you are now a popular person according to advertising ideology, the presumption is that you'll be able to find a good mate and have a loving, happy family, and thirdly, you'll be a star, conspicuously better than everyone else, superior to them, because as the owner of all these consumer goods, you are a winner and a very happy person according to these advertisers who have brainwashed you. People who live for image are elitist in the sense that they think they're better than others by trying to advertise the fact that they're trendy. On top of that, they're greedy, selfish, and they have sacrificed their own originality to live according to someone else's definition of what is cool, inspired, and happiness. Ultimately, it doesn't work. Despite how glittery and cool you think you are now, everybody's charms fade by the time they're 40, and by virtue of your age, you're no longer a part of the cool, young generation of society. That's the unwritten rule. You have the ability to be a part of the cool, young in crowd until 40, then after that, if you still want a superior image, you have to start acting like an upper-class snob, because that's all you got left if you haven't consciously been protecting your youthful spark and vitality through inspired, original living up until now. The advertisers market the idea of belonging to the hip, cool, popular crowd to people under 40, then after that, they're marketing the image of being upper-class, elitist, distinguished, sophisticated, and exclusive at you, separating yourself from the generic, common riffraff out there, because that's all you have left by then: your money, most likely not your health, your looks, youthful spark, inspired sensibility, or vitality, since you've been a working stiff and haven't lived by the free spirit ideology. Besides all that, you're a loner in your head. You're an individual who must answer to yourself in order to feel some truly good feelings and solid stability in your life, and on top of that, nobody out there really cares about you and your so-called cool image. Nobody except for the phony, trendy in-crowders and the people who wanna be these phony, trendy in-crowders cares who's lining up to get into the trendiest nightclub in town. The faces will change, but the absolute certainty is that there will always be a bunch of people playing this game because they're looking for some kind of social approval to make up for their otherwise empty lives, but they don't realize they're not among true friends because everyone in that crowd is trying to appear as a self-centered star to everyone else. So this is what excessive capitalism has spawned, a bunch of people with more stuff than they'll ever need trying to impress everybody else with how cool, successful and happy they are. You don't know what other people are thinking of. They're not thinking about you 10% of what you think they are. They're thinking about themselves, how cool and trendy they look, or what they have to do to make money and otherwise be happy. When you live for image, you're basing your self-worth on how trendy you look and what others think of you. As such, you're at their mercy. What if they don't notice you anymore or put you down? What about all those days when you don't feel like the cock of the walk? Live by the free spirit ideology, and you can laugh at the commercialized world full of all those brainwashed fools who have been brainwashed to think that owning more consumer goods than they need makes them happy, cool and part of the elite tribe of society. What a bunch of suckers, and that's the modern world for you if you choose to play that game and allow yourself to be manipulated like that. When you watch TV tonight, look at the commercials to see how much they try to entice you with image over function. And never forget, most media nowadays is just an excuse to get you to watch, listen to or read advertisements. Advertising pays for all TV except for public TV. Minute by minute, TV commercials are much more expensive and planned out than shows and programs. Somebody tell me, what useful function does hair coloring serve? This is why my respect for somebody who colors their hair immediately shoots down by 50%. You're demonstrating to me how brainwashed you are in trying to be cool and trendy when your actual value as a human being has absolutely nothing to do with hair color. Community connection info. In an era of commercialization and expansion, many people are concerned about sense of community and community values. Religion, school, and social/ethnic groups are the most popular ways people keep a sense of community values. Some people like to volunteer in the community, VOA.org, volunteermatch.org, or get involved in activism and politics. Some put out a newspaper, e-zine, radio show, website, news group, community freenet, or some other form of media to unite like-minded souls. Try number 307, HM131, or HN90 at the library. Social clubs might help fill the need somewhat. clubs.yahoo.com/clubs. egroups.com. groups.yahoo.com. yahoo.com/clubs. yahoo.com/education/alumni_I_association/colleges_and_universities. yahoogroups.com. Some general information about community values can be found at the following websites: acorn.org, Community Organizations for Reform Now. Alternet.org, Alternative Media. Alternativelinks.com. Apple.com/allot, Library of Tomorrow. Artswire.org. Aspenzeast.com, American Communities. Boulder.co.us/community/resources. ccdia.org, Christian Community Development Association. ccv.org, Citizens for Community Values. cdinet.com, Communications. cdt.org, Democracy and Technology. cdvca.org, Community Development Venture Capital Alliance. c2c.org, Community Economic Development Assistance Corp. cedworks.com, Center for Community Enterprise, sells books on the subject. cfed.org, Corporation for Enterprise Development. cfin.org, Child/Family Interactive Network. City.net. Civic.net. cnt.org, Center for Neighborhood Technology. com-dev.org, Community Development Society. com-org.utoledo.edu, Community Organizing. communitycapital.org. communitychange.org. contact.org. COSCDA.org, Council of State Community Development Agencies. CPSR.org, Computer Programmers for Social Responsibility. CRFUSA.com, 800-475-3050, Community Reinvestment Fund. CSH.org, Corp for Supportive Housing. CSN.net, Community Stories. EFF.org, Electronic Frontier Foundation. EnterpriseFoundation.org. Envirolink.org. ESIC.org, Enterprise Social Investment Corporation, Nonprofit Housing. Essential.org. EWG.org, Environment. Fair.org, Fairness in Media. FED.org. Habitat.org, Habitat for Humanity, builds houses for poor people. Home.net. ICA-group.org, businesses in low-income areas. IGC.org, Global Communications. Islandpress.org, relevant books. ix.net/CIX, Community Networking. LibraryNet.org. ListCnet.org, Local Initiative Support Coalition. LivingDemocracy.org. MacFDN.org, MacArthur Foundation. Marino.org. NACAA.org, Community Action Agencies. NACSED.org, National Association for County Community and Economic Development. NADO.org, National Association of Development Organizations. NCBN.org, National Community Building Network. NCDAonline.org, National Community Development Association. NCHM.org, Housing Management. ncook.k12.il.us, Community Model. ncrc.org, National Community Reinvestment Coalition. ndc-online.org, National Development Council. netlc.org, Economic Development and Law Center. nefinc.org, National Equity Fund, Low Income Housing Tax Credits. Chapter 3. The mainstream media manipulates people very easily. Media critics/media is biased to advertisers and friends. 1. Media activism is people who point at the mainstream media and say they report only what's in their best interests and the best interests of their friends in political office who help them get what they want. Virtually all TV and radio except for public stations is paid for by advertising. The advertisers are so powerful that they pay for it all. This is what runs the modern world, and if you don't think they're brainwashing us, you're a fool. When they convince millions of women that doing something as skanky as coloring their hair will make them appear glamorous when all it does is reveal how stupid you are to be brainwashed like that, you know you're living in a sad world. I feel some sadness about the loss of innocence in our culture. I believe in freedom in discreet settings, not everything out in the open all over the place. There's a time and place for everything. I believe that strip joints and brothels should have the freedom to operate, but do it in the industrialized part of town, away from residences and regular stores that people shop at. I can be a prude and a liberated person all in one. Because we need standards and common sense. It's bad enough that I'm turned off by all the skanky stuff out there, but what must parents be thinking when they see some of those embarrassing TV commercials with their kids, or watch some of those horrible music videos, which aren't really music, they're softcore porn? And how about the themes of some of our current movies? Prostitute is really a nice girl who marries a prince. A couple of kids hire a hooker to cheer up their dad and he falls in love with her. A porn star moves in next door to a teenager. Watch all the TV commercials directed at women's looks. It's pathetic that we're that brainwashed and frivolous while thousands of people die of hunger every day. I gave up watching just about all sitcoms, drama shows and movies over 20 years ago. Because by the time I was about 16, I had seen it all. It was all a repetition of the same stuff after that, so I stopped watching all of it and have grown to have contempt for it because I feel it pollutes the soul. It's negative and promotes superficial values. Most people are heartily manipulated by advertising and the media, even though just about everyone says they aren't yet. The fact remains, why would corporations routinely spend multi-billions of dollars on advertising and media publicity if they didn't work? A lot of people, particularly religious ones, don't want their children getting brainwashed by the mass media because of the sex, violence and the capitalist and frivolous values there. I don't understand the logic of those entertainment journalism shows. They talk about someone's love life or how sexy someone looked, and then they interview these so-called entertainers who are all acting snotty and superior. This attitude and frivolity rubs off on our youth who think it's cool to act this way, so we got an entire society of lost souls who buy into this stuff. My life is my attempt to stay true to who I am, which is why I have become an anti-capitalist, anti-mass media person, because to my way of thinking, it has made millions of people generic, uninspired, brainwashed clones, and it's sad that people let their minds and souls get taken over to the point where they're not individuals anymore except for their preferences in pop culture entertainment, but it's all supported by the same advertisers, so in the end, it doesn't matter what you watch. If you're a steady consumer of pop culture entertainment, chances are your brain is not yours. This is why very few people ever become the persons they imagine themselves to be as pure, free human beings. Most of us get massively brainwashed by the world. Try hashtag 302.32, hashtag 363.47, hashtag 658.834 or HF54552, HF5823 and P94 at the library for books about the manipulative art of advertising. Media critics/media is biased to advertisers and friends too. The media is the most efficient weapon of tyranny and oppression ever created. No need to physically control populations anymore when you can do it mentally, program it in, internalize the rules. The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. Propaganda by Edward Bernays. When a person watches television, brain activity switches from the left to the right hemisphere. The right brain treats incoming data uncritically, processing information in wholes, leading to emotional, rather than logical responses. The shift from left to right brain activity causes the release of endorphins, thereby making it easy to become physically addicted to watching television. When we watch television, activity in the higher brain regions such as the neocortex is diminished, while activity in the lower brain regions such as the limbic system increases. TV programmers and advertisers know this, which is why they create programming to appeal to our base emotions as opposed to our higher intellectual faculties. By appealing to our base emotions and repeating these messages over and over again, they can indoctrinate most of the people to believe virtually anything they want. Most of us think that there's more crime than there really is, and that the current war is a noble thing because these are the messages we get from TV. Most of us get our ideas of fun, happiness and success from the mass media as opposed to from our own thoughts. Today's mainstream news paints activists with a negative brush that hints of treason. Through fear and inadequacy, they can sell most of us anything. We live in a world where the population buys into official versions of events where utopia is right around the corner when Big Brother is taking care of it all. Hollywood can make you believe anything, even that you are free. All you have to do to avoid all this is to realize that you have a separate independent reality away from all this stuff and live by it. Media critics/media is biased to advertisers and friends. 3. The mainstream media promotes good conformists and company men to the top, the journalists who are patriotic, pro-corporation, pro-business and anti-controversial. These are the people that make it to the top in big media and run the show. They occasionally let some malcontent journalist in like Mike Wallace. Because he's comic relief, he's entertaining, he gets good ratings and he's the bone they throw out for all the angry people to relate to, but he's still a mainstream journalist making good money, hobnobbing with the shakers and movers, shielded from the real hardcore gritty issues that cause a lot of pain and suffering in the world. The mainstream media at one time had an easy monopoly on controlling public opinion. They could manipulate it any way they wanted to. Now with the internet they have lost some of that power, but by and large the big TV and radio networks still control at least 80% of the minds out there. They might be taking sides and fighting on that orchestrated battle between liberals and conservatives, but there is a world of issues that go beyond the Republicans and the Democrats, which are basically two sides of the same coin. They are both the elitists that control all the power. How many people have ever heard of Pacifica.org's radio show with no advertisers, called Flashpoints, much less listen to it every day? They talk about things like the Israeli violence on Palestinians, the cruel way American immigration authorities treat poor illegal aliens who simply want to work menial jobs, police brutality, etc. When was the last time you saw a mainstream news network report on how the Israeli army is killing innocent Palestinians? Journalists who promote a happy, healthy, wholesome, patriotic viewpoint get ahead in the mainstream journalism industry. The loudmouth radical journalists are either locked up, killed, move into another profession, or work for peanuts at an alternative media outlet where less than 1% of the population will ever see any of their work. People with money control the media, which controls public opinion. They get their money from corporate advertisers, political advertisers, and friends and allies in high places who do favors for each other. What is the good of having some little blog that reports on the injustice of the world? This is the only thing a lot of angry activists have to get their message out. It will never make it to the mainstream news unless that issue becomes the issue of the moment, then they'll report on it, biased to their view. This is the way it is right now. I can find alternative news at renzi.com, fair.org, rabelli.ca and several others, while I watch all the fluffy pop culture pieces they have on mainstream news shows that are supposedly hard investigative journalism. ABC's news show Nightline was once a solid investigative journalism show, but nowadays it looks more like it belongs on the pop culture entertainment network. There is so much pain and injustice in the world, and they're interviewing pop stars about their new CD. The media has a herd mentality. What the top few media corporations report, everybody else copies. It is still possible to start a revolution if your message is righteous and just. The people are tired of corruption in their society, and you can generate enough interest in social internet media to make it on the mainstream news night after night for weeks on end. There are a number of books out there about stories the mainstream media either suppressed or changed to manipulate the masses. In The Media Monopoly, Ben Bagdikian says that 6 companies control all the media in the world. The Fame Factory, 2000 Years of Media Madness, Howard Bloom. You Are Being Lied to, Russ Kick. The Puppets of Pandemonium, Howard Bloom. Rule by Secrecy, Jim Marrs. The Jungle, Upton Sinclair, 1905, novel. The Grapes of Wrath, John Steinbeck, novel. Media Critic website / media literacy website / learn about the media websites. 4 books about how pop culture and the media destroys people's minds. Try hashtag 302.23 at the library. aap.org/advokaki/O'Keefe-Media-Violence.htm, American Academy of Pediatrics. aap.org/advokaki/O'Keefe-Media-Violence.htm, American Academy of Pediatrics Media Matters. aap.org/n-policy/advokaki-health-policy/media-and-children.aspx. About-face.org. Abouthypnosis.com/hypnotic-language.html. Absurdgallery.com. abunaima.org, Media Distortion of Arabs. academyia.org, Accuracy in Academia. Accuracy.org, in Media. acjournal.org/holding/vol9/fall/reviews/romance.html, Sex, Love, and Romance in the Mass Media. Adaction.org. Adaction.org. Adbusters.org. Adbusters.org, 800-663-1243. Adbusters.org, look at culture, the media, and advertising. Encourages critical thinking. AdCouncil.org, the country's leading producer of public service advertisements, PSAs. Admongo.gov. Adstandards.ca. Adstandards.ca. ConsumerWebWatch.org. AIM.org, Accuracy in Media. AIM.org, Accuracy in Media, Grassroots.com. AIM.org, Accuracy in Media. AIM.org, Accuracy in Media. ALA.org, 800-545-2433, Information Literacy Standards for Student Learning. AlJazeera.com. Annenberg Public Policy Center.org/download/media_and_developing_child/children's_programming. Anthony Lowenstein.blogspot.com, Australian author. AOKmedialiteracy.org. apa.org/pi/wpo/sexualizeationrest.html, Empowering Girls Media Literacy Resources, links to organizations that empower girls and teach them how to be critical of the sexualizing messages they hear in the media. apa.org/releases/media_violence.html. api-network.com/mc, a journal of media and culture. beatthepress.org, media watchdog. benbagdikian.com. buiibeaware.ca. blankcityfilm.com. bostondebate.org/eba. bullypolice.net. businessandmedia.org, Business and Media Institute. ca.news.yahoo.com/s/ca press/07011/national/violence_media_children_2. cbc.ca/rhymepage/cca-kids.ca/tvandme. ce.org, Children's Express, a news service produced by kids reporting on the issues that affect their lives. pbs.org/pov/ad/index.html, dissect an ad, understand how ads work. Cencom.org. Centerformediajustice.org. Centerforsocialmedia.org. Changingchannels.org, channel2000.com. Childdevelopmentmedia.com. childrennow.org. ciconline.com/enrichment/media literacy/taking charge/default.htm, Taking Charge of Your TV, a guide to critical viewing for parents and children. Clean-edited-movies.com. Clearplay.com. cln.org/theme/media_advert.html, advertising in the media theme page. cmch.tv. cmch.typepad.com, Center on Media and Child Health. cme.org, Center for Media Education. newdream.org, Center for New American Dream. cmpia.com, Center for Media and Public Affairs. cmpia.com, Center for Media and Public Affairs. cnsnews.com. collateralivelearning.com. comcast.com/corporate/customers/parental-controls.html, specific parental control information for Comcast customers and useful links to nonprofit parental controls organizations. commercialalert.org, protecting kids from advertising. commercialexploitation.com, stop commercial exploitation of children. commercialfreechildhood.org. commercialfreechildhood.org/resource/consuming-kids. commonsensemedia.org. commonsensemedia.org, Common Sense Media. commonsensemedia.org, provides family-style reviews for movies, books, games, music, TV, and websites. commonsensemedia.org/resources. commonsensemedia.org/website-reviews, this website reviews common website kids visit and gives ratings based on age. communicationethics.net. concernedjournalists.org. conference.freepress.net. conspiracyculture.com. controlyourtv.org. convergenceculture.org. corporatewatch.org. corpwatch.org. corporations.org/media. cox.com/take-charge/include/docs/resource-guide-brochure.pdf, Take Charge. Smart Choice for Your Cox Digital Home, a guide from Cox that shows parents how to take charge of the television, telephone, and internet content their children see at home. cqcm.org, Coalition for Quality Children's Media. Criterion.com. ctheory.com, modern commentary on pop culture. culturanmediainstitute.org. culturejam.com, culturejam.org. cybercollege.com/frtv/frtv030.htm, the social impact of television. cyberpod.com/media3.htm, how to detect bias in the news. dangerousminds.net. designboom.com. disinfo.com. doggo.tripod.com/dogmanip.html, persuasion, manipulation, advertising, propaganda. earths.eonun.com, earthstation1.com. ec.europa.eu/av-policy/media_literacy/index_n.htm. ehow.com/how_5619030_right-opinion-essay.html. emma-online.org, the Environmental Media Association. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/abstraction. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/accessory_left_legal_term. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/acting. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/action_film. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/actor. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/desensitization_left_psychology. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/dictated_but_not_read. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/dictator. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/direct_marketing. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/direct_marketing_association. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/disinformation. 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 en.wikipedia.org/wiki/displacement_left psychology. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/distraction. 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 en.wikipedia.org/wiki/docudrama. 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 en.wikipedia.org/wiki/documentary_film. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/documentary_film. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/documentary_films target=blank title =documentary films. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/documentary_mode. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/documentary_practice. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/double_bind. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/double_standard. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/doublethink. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/drama. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/drama. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/dramatic_structure. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/deramatization. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/dream_sequence. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/dvd-video. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/dystopia. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Edward_Bernays. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/electroencephalography. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Emmy_award. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/emotional_transmission. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/empathy. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/enabling. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/entertainment. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/ephemera. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/episode. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/ethical_persuasion. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/ethnography. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/ethnography. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/etienne_la_bo target=blank class=blue link. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/exaggeration. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/exploitation. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/exploitation_film. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/extra_left actor. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/facilitated_communication. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fact. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fact. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/factoid. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fads_and_trends. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fairness_doctrine. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fairness_doctrine. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fallacy. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fallacy_quoting_out_context. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fallacy_quoting_out_context. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/false_advertising. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/false_dilemma. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/false_flag. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/false_memory_syndrome. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/family_films target =blank title =family films. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fo. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fear. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fear_mongering. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/feature_film. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fiction. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/freedom_of_speech. Freedom of expression.11.com/food-drink/11_hidden_in_messages_food_ads_and_logos. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/list_of_features_and_abilities_in_fiction. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/lists_of_television_programs. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/loaded_language. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/mainstream_media. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/major_film_studio. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/marginal. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/market. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/marketing. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/media_bias. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/media_circus. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/media_education. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/media_literacy. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/media_money pu lation. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/media_money pu lation. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/media_psychology. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/media_technology. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/melodrama. 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 en.wikipedia.org/wiki/method_acting. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/methods_of_neuro-linguistic_programming. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/militant_liberty. _a_program_of_evaluation_an_assessment_of_freedom. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/mind_control. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/mockumentary. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/moderation_system. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/motion_picture_of_America_film_rating_system. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/motion_picture_credits. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/violence. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/viral_marketing. en.wikipedia.org/viruses_of_the_mind. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/visual_effects. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/visual_literacy. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/visual_routine. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/wag_the_dog. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/war_profiteer. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/white_propaganda. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/wikipedia. Vagueness. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Wilhelm_scream. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/witch-hunt. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/word_salad. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/world_view. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/yellow_journalism. en.wikiquote.org/wiki/conspiracy. en.wikiversity.org/wiki/media_literacy. epiagog9.com. essential.org. essential.org/monitor. essentialmedia.com. everydaypsychology.com. iblast.tv/channel/media research center, media bias videos, a regularly updated collection of clips illustrating instances of liberal media bias or other humorous incidents in the media. iblast.tv/channel/mrcontv, the Media Research Center's television appearances. factcheck.org, checks the accuracy of political speeches and television ads. fair.org. fair.org, fairness and accuracy in reporting. fair.org, the New York-based media watch organization that encourages activism to challenge bias. faithpopcorn.com, consultant for women's advertising. familystyle.com, a film guide website with recommended films for families. faxds.com. fcc.gov, 888 call FCC, fccinfo@fcc.gov, Federal Communications Commission. fcc.gov/guides/license-renewal-applications-radio-broadcast-stations. fcc.gov/telecom.html. feedmag.com. fest21.com. fightmannequinism.org. filmclub.org. filmfestivals.com. filmzite.org. filmzite.org/genres.html. filmzite.org/greatfilmquotes.html. financialpeace.com. findarticles.com, influence of media violence on children. fjallfos.fcc.gov/ecfs/upload, file a comment online to the FCC. fno.org/june99/media.html, teaching media literacy in an age of edutainment. fraps.com. freedomforum.org. medialit.org, Center for Media Literacy. freepress.net. freepress.net, the Media Reform Action Guide, they fight the monopoly that the big media companies seem to be trying to achieve. freepress.net policy_updates, detailed information about specific media-related bills. freepress.net/action network. freepress.net/FCC_comment, make a comment to the FCC. freepress.net/newsroom/videos, videos about media reform. ftc.gov/bcp/bcpap.shtm. ftc.gov/report/violence/070412 marketing violente children.pdf, marketing violent entertainment to children. funtrivia.com. futureofchildren.org. futureoflocalmedia.org. globalpopconspiracy.com. globalpopconspiracy.com. glyphs.com/millpop, pop culture. goacta.org. grassroots.com. hcacademic.com/westview.htm, Book Marketing Madness, A Survival Guide for a Consumer Society, by Michael F. Jacobson and Lori Ann Mazur. hitchmagazine.com, Journal of Pop Culture Absurdity. hollywoodEastConnection.com. hollywoodhalfwits.com. hollywoodreporter.com. howstuffworks.com/tv.htm. howtheychangeyourmind.com. ibibli.org/stayfree/archive/13/manipulated. icra.org/parents, the Family Online Safety Institute. ictliteracy.info, digital literacy. ictliteracy.info/k12-resources.htm, digital literacy resources. iml.usc.edu. indiemedia.org. indiemedia.org. interact.uoregon.edu/medialit/fa/mladvertchild. interact.uoregon.edu/medialit/mlr/home, Media Literacy Online Project Gateway. interact.uoregon.edu/medialit/mlr/home/index.html, the Media Literacy Online Project. intonow.com/ci. ithaca.edu/luxharp/library/edulist.html. ithaca.edu/luxharp/resources/integration/12principles.html, Look Smart Project, 12 Principles of Media Literacy in the Classroom. jefferson.village.virginia.edu/pmc, Postmodern Culture. journalism.org/resources. junkbusters.com. kidsanadvertising.co.uk. kidsfirst.org, Coalition for Quality Children's Media. This website offers information on family film festivals and movies. ksg.harvard.edu/presspoll/index.htm. LANYgossip.com, an example of weak minds. latimesmagazine.com. learningwiththemovies.com. lionlamb.org, anti-violence in media. m3f.org, mediaaccess.org. makemediamatter.com. mediaaccess.org/web, Media Access Project. media-alliance.org, Media Alliance. mediaandthefamily.org, National Institute on Media and the Family. mediaawareness.ca. media-awareness.ca. media-awareness.ca. media-awareness.ca, Media Awareness Network, students and parents who are interested in media literacy and media violence. This site contains over 140 ready-to-use classroom units on media literacy. media-awareness.ca/english/issues/stereotyping/women_girls/women_sex.cfm, ads like the fetish scent ad imply women don't really mean no when they say it, that women are only teasing when they resist men's advances. media-awareness.ca/english/parents/marketing/issues_teens_marketing.cfm, special issues for tweens and teens. This website discusses how media has an impact on our teens and tweens. mediachannel.com. mediachannel.org, a media issues super site. media.org. media.org, anti-advertising. media.org, Media Education Foundation. media.org, Media Education Foundation, educational videos for teaching media. media.org/videos/media and health/deadly pores uazion. mediaeducationweek.ca. media effects sunyouth.blogspot.com aafp.org. mediafamily.org. mediafamily.org, designed to help parents and families make informed decisions about mass media. mediafamily.org, designed to help parents and families make informed decisions about mass media. mediafamily.org, National Institute on Media and the Family. mediafamily.org/facts/index.shtml, Media Family, with tips and facts about children and media violence, the effects of video game playing on children and computer and video game addiction. mediagk.net. mediagk.net. mediagiraffe.org. mediahistory.umn.edu, the study of media history from petroglyphs to pixels. medialens.org. medialifamagazine.com. medialit.com, Center for Media Literacy. medialit.org. 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 medialit.org, 800-226-9494, Media Literacy, How They Brainwash You, Center for Media Literacy. medialiteracy.org. mediamatic.nl. mediamatters.org. media-methods.com. mediamouse.org. mediaresearch.org. mediarights.org. mediastudies.com, Media Studies. mediastudies.rutgers.edu. mediawatch.com. mediawatch.com. mediawise.org. memecentral.com, Virus of the Mind, the new science of the meme. memes.org.uk. Metacritic.com, CBS Interactive Inc., television, movies, review scores, metascores, video, books, entertainment. Metaphysics-for-life.com. Microsoft.com/about/citizenship/citizenship/giving/program/up/digital literacy/default.msbx, digital literacy. Mindfreedom.org. Monbiot.com, George Monbiot's site, indexing many of his articles. Moralityinmedia.org. Movieclips.com. Movielearn.com. Moviemaker.com/festivals.html. mpaa.org. mpaa.org/rating/what-each-rating-means. mrc.org. amuba.com. Museum.tv. Museum.tv, Museum of Media. mvob.org, Media Workers Against War. narcpartners.org. newdream.org, tries to teach about living a less consumeristic, pop culture lifestyle. newdream.org/campaign/kids. newmedia.org. newmediaexplorer.org. newmedialiteracies.org. newsbusters.org. newsroomamerica.com. newswithviews.com. nitelli.org. opensecrets.org. ourchannels.org, Alliance for Community Media, 202-393-2650. Periscope.com. parentstv.org. parentstv.org, Parents Television Council. parentstv.org/ptc/publication/culturewatch. pbs.org/parents/children and media. pbs.org/parents/children and media/article-faq.html. pbs.org/pov/pov1996/taking on the Kennedys/dissect.html, dissect and add. pbs.org/wgbh/pages/frontline/shows/cool. pbs.org/wgbh/pages/frontline/shows/cool/view. pbskids.org/don't-boo-let-in-yit, don't buy it. Get media smart. pbskids.org/don't-boo-let-in-yit, food stylists are like makeup artists. It's their job to make the food you see in advertisements look great. But when you find out how they do it, you just might lose your appetite. pbskids.org/don't-boo-let-in-yit/teachersguide.html #advertisement, advertisements, media literacy lessons. pbtli.com. pcc.org.uk. people-press.org. personsinc.org. pitimagine.com, questions fashion. pressfortruth.ca. prisonplanet.com. programmingthenation.com. projectcensored.org. prospect.org. prospect.org. prwatch.org. publications.childrennow.org. psychcentral.com. psychologytoday.com. radicalmedia.com. rapfamily.com. realtruth.org. relevancetoday.com. re-media.org, Northeast Citizens for Responsible Media, works to promote independent, investigative journalism in New York area, to raise consciousness about government control of mainstream media and the need to alter the corporate media structure. riggedreality.com. robertmcchesney.com, media critic. rottentomatoes.com. rtmark.com. rushkoff.com, author, social theorist, and media disinformant. saveaccess.org. schoolcommercialism.org. schoolnet.ca/medianet, Media Awareness Network. scn.org/cccs, Citizens Campaign for Commercial-Free Schools. screenfree.org. shadowsofliberty.org. shootthemessenger.com.au, Critique of Pop Culture. SimpleLiving.net. SimplyEnough.com. SmutTHebook.com. SocialChange.net.au/Pluto. SoundtrackCollector.com. SourceWatch.org. SourceWatch.org/index.php title =resources_for_studying_propaganda, resources for studying propaganda. ssbxasia.com/documents/catholic_morality/dangers-of-television.htm. staff.stir.ac.uk/david.miller, Sterling Media Research Institute. stateofthenewsmedia.org. teachwithmovies.com. teachwithmovies.org. technorealism.org. televisionwithoutpity.com. thecorporation.com. thekidshow.org. thenewsliteracyproject.org. thetruthaboutmedia.com. thetvboss.org, a flashy website that gives parents the resources they need to gain back control over the television. theverge.com. thoughtcontagion.com. timeswatch.org, devoted to documenting and exposing the liberal political agenda of the New York Times. Timeswatch is a one-stop source for all the latest proof of bias in America's most influential newspaper. tor.com. totalfilm.com. trendwatching.com. turnoffyourtv.com/healtheducation/addiction/addiction.html. tv-addiction.blogspot.com. tvnewslice.org. tvnewslice.org/html/important_sites.html, learn about media deception. tvseriesfinale.com. tvsmarter.com/documents/orienting.html. tvturnoff.org. umich.edu/newsbias, newsbias explored. universityox.com/writer/mediabias.html. usefultrivia.com. usip.org/resources/use-abuse-media-vulnerable-societies. verobooks.com, the business of books, how the international conglomerates took over publishing and changed the way we read, Andrei Shifrin. voices.yahoo.com/your-brain-waves-change-low-alpha-3492221.html. wanttoknow.info/mass-media. wanttoknow.info/media cover-up. widmeyer.com/tv/viewing/tips.htm, taking charge of your TV, television awareness, critical viewing skills. wikihow.com/tell-a-story. wisegeek.com/how-does-a-television-work.htm. 0to3.org. Ad Council. 261 Madison Avenue, 11th FL. NYC 10016 212 922 1500. Fax, 212 922 1676. info@adcouncil.org. adcouncil.org. Public service campaigns. Adbusters Media Foundation. 1234 West 7th Avenue, Vancouver, BCV 6H1B7604 736 9401. Fax, 604 737 6021. info@adbusters.org. adbusters.org. Adbusters Magazine, Commercialism Destroys Us. Advertising Standards Canada, ASC, 175 Bloor St. East, South Tower Suite 1801. Toronto, on M4W3R8. 416-961-6311. Fax, 416-961-7904. info@adstandards.com. adstandards.com. Arizona Media Action. David Winkler 602-996-5823. Media Maven@cox.net. Balance and Accuracy in Journalism Pub 824 Carborough, North Carolina 275109199684062 Medias Hun at mindspring.com. Center for a New American Dream. 6930 Carroll Avenue, Suite 900, Tacoma Park, Maryland 20912. 301-891-3683. 877, 68 Dream. New Dream at newdream.org. newdream.org. Consume responsibly. Center for Media Education 2120 L Street, NW, Suite 200 Washington, D.C. 200-372-0331-7833 cme.org. cme@cme.org. Center for Media and the Black Experience 4357 Luxembourg Drive, Decatur, Georgia 300-34404-526-5470. Center for Digital Democracy 2120 L Street, NW, Suite 200 Washington, D.C. 200-37202-452-9898. Center on Alcohol Marketing and Youth, CAME. 2233 Wisconsin Avenue, NW, Suite 525. Washington, D.C. 20007. 202-687-1019. info@came.org. came.org. Chicago Media Action Pub 14140 Chicago, Illinois 60614. Phone, toll free, 1-866-260-7198. ChicagoMediAuction.org. cma@chicagomediauction.org. Chicago Media Watch Pub 6496 Evanston, Illinois 6020473, 604-1910. ChicagoMediaWatch.org. cmw@chicagomediawatch.org. Children's Advertising Review Unit, CARU. 70 West 36th St. 13th FL. NYC 10018 866 334 6272. CARU@caru.org. caru.org. Civic Media Center, a reading room and library for the independent and non-corporate press. 1021 West University Avenue, Gainesville, Florida 32601 USA 352-373-0010. civicmediacenter.org. Coordinator at civicmediacenter.org. Commercial alert. 4110 Southeast Hawthorne Boulevard, number 123, Portland, Oregon 972-14503-235-8012. Fax, 503-235-5073. info@commercialalert.org. commercialalert.org. Commercialism in Education Research Unit, CERU. Box 872411. Arizona State University, Tempe, Arizona 852-871-2411480-965-1886. Fax, 480-965-0303. epsl@asu.edu. asu.edu. Commercialism in Schools. Cultural Environment Movement Pub 31847 Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19104. Fair 112 West 27th Street, New York, New York 1001212-633-6700. fair@fair.org. FCC, Enforcement Bureau Investigations and Hearings Division, 445 12th Street SW, Washington, D.C. 20554. Complaints-enf@fcc.gov. fcc.gov. fcc.gov/localism/renew_process_handout.doc, radio and TV license renewal. Free Press. 40 Main Street, Suite 301. Florence, Massachusetts 01062. 877-888-1533. freepress.net. Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, GLAD. 150 West 26th Street. Suite 503. New York, New York, 10001. 212-807-1700. glaad.org. Greenfire Media Watch. Box 130. Bar Harbor, Maine, 04609. 207-469-2552. GRIAD, Grand Rapids Institute for Information Democracy. 711 Bridge Street Northwest. Grand Rapids, Michigan, 49504. GRIID.org. Idaho Media Project. POG 2194. Boise, Idaho, 83701. 208-385-0611. IdahoMediaProject.org. Independent Media Center. IndieMedia.org. Labor Vision Monitor Labor Video Project. igc.apc.org/lvpsf. Latinos for Positive Imagery. 160 Bennett Avenue. Hashtag 7A. New York, New York, 10040. 212-795-5711. Media Awareness Network. 1500 Marivalli Road. 3rd FL. Ottawa, on K2E6Z5. 613-224-7721. Fax, 613-224-1958. info@media-awareness.ca. media-awareness.ca. Media Education Foundation. 26 Center Street. Northampton, Massachusetts, 01060. 800-897-0089. Media.org. Mediachannel.org. 575 8th Avenue. NYC 10018. 212-246-0202. Fax, 212-246-2677. info@mediachannel.org. Mediachannel.org. National Association of African Americans for Positive Imagery. POG 18537. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19129. 215-477-4133. Project Censored. Sonoma State University. 1801 East Cotati Avenue. Rohnert Park, California, 94928. 707-664-2500. ProjectCensored.org. Rocky Mountain Media Watch. Box 18858. Denver, Colorado, 80218. 303-832-7558. BigMedia.org. We interrupt this message. 2588 Mission Street, number 212. San Francisco, California, 94110. 415-621-3302. Interrupt.org. Media bias websites. ReliableEsources.org, reliable sources of political coverage. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/yellow_journalism, yellow journalism. intimi.uni.edu/multiculture/media/eval.htm, evaluating media for bias. ycp.edu/library/etext/ala_evaluating.html, evaluating information, a checklist. fair.org/index.php, fairness and accuracy in reporting. factcheck.org, factcheck.org. mediaresearch.org/biasbasics/biasbasics1.asp, media bias basics. newsroom.ukla.edu/portal/ukla/media-bias-is-real-find-is-real-6664.aspx, media bias is real. vos.ucsb.edu/browse.asp?id=1797, media watch groups. Propaganda websites. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/propaganda. propagandacritic.com/articles. Free speech and the law websites. rcfp.org/taping, Can We Tape? State resources. cdt.org, Center for Democracy and Technology. asja.org/pubtips/asjatips.php, Contract tips for writers. rcfp.org/places, Do You Have a Right to Gather? News. topics.law.cornell.edu/wex/first_amendment. First Amendment, Cornell Lee. First Amendment Center.org, First Amendment Center. First Amendment Center.org/about.aspx ? Gloss. Sorry, First Amendment Glossary of Terms. rcfp.org/handbook, First Amendment Handbook. nfoic.org/foi-center, Freedom of Information. National Coalition. usdoj.gov/04foia/04_3.html, Freedom of Information Act Guide. newssafety.org. Journalism ethics websites. asbpe.org/about/ethics.pdf, Editorial Ethics. pointer.org, Ethics Guidelines. socialresearchmethods.net/kb/ethics.php, Ethics in Research. journalismethics.ca, Journalism Ethics. journalism.indiana.edu/resources/ethics. Journalism Ethics Cases Online. journalism.org/resources/principles, Journalism Principles. nhs.nih.gov/research/resources/bioethics/whatis.cfm, Research Ethics. spj.org/ethicscode.asp, Society of Professional Journalists, Code of Ethics.